Hi, I'm Steve, the Introverted Traveler. I've made it my mission in life to explore the beaches, deserts, mountains, and even cityscapes around us, and to do so while avoiding contact with as many people as possible. And although I will never hang out with you for any reason, I do invite you to join me on my journey. Come and see the world through the eyes of an extreme introvert. On this edition, we hike to the Stanislaus River in Calaveras Big Trees State Park near Arnold, California. Along the way, we will see dense forests, rushing creeks, rustic trails, and towering sequoia trees. This and much more on this Introverted Travels. Greetings once again. We are back on another adventure, and I have to make this brief because there's people everywhere. I am in Calaveras Big Trees State Park here in Arnold, California, in Calaveras County. We have visited Calaveras County before in a previous video. Well, I'm at a really cool state park. Now, where I am at the moment is not going to look all that impressive because we're in a burned out area. But today, I am doing the River Canyon Trail down to the Stanislaus River and back into the park. And then I'm going to add the general loop that goes through the trees. For those of you who do not know, this state park is full of gigantic sequoia trees. And they're very beautiful and they're very huge. But the problem that I see here, people. There's always people. This is one of the busier, most popular parks. And normally I would stay away, but this particular trail is going to take me hopefully away from people. I don't think a lot of people do this trail because it goes down and it's apparently a hard hike according to all trails, so take it for what that means. But yeah, there's people everywhere. I already had to walk through screaming children. I had to walk through people gawking at trees. And towards the end of the video, if we're able to do the loop, you're probably going to see a lot more of that because it's a misery, hellhole down there. However, it's beautiful and it's worth, taking your Valium or whatever you take, your shots of meth or whiskey, and dealing with the awfulness that is people. I will say the presence of people ruins everything, but the trees are so beautiful and so massive and so ancient that it kind of brings you back. So you got misery on one side and beauty on the other, and it's a constant tug of war. But for now, we are away from the awful hordes of people. So I will attempt to hold my complaining until it's appropriate, until I see another person, then I'll just start complaining again. But until then, we are headed down to the river. We are headed into the woods, and we're gonna see what we can find. Well, folks, I have found the wonderment of nature that is a paved road. Didn't realize this was out here, but apparently the trail is over here somewhere. So I'm gonna keep hiking. I have no idea where I am. Again, I've only ever been to the little tourist part of the big trees. I've never been in the rest of the park. So this is all new to me. Hey, we got some manzanita bushes, burned out trees. Look at the clouds. The clouds are beautiful today. And as I said, it's a beautiful spring day. Apparently at the moment, I'm walking down an access road. Okay, I can do that. Pavement is part of the natural beauty, right? Let's go. Okay, I don't want to scare it off, but far away in the distance, I see the elusive public bathroom. I don't know where we are. I think we're on some sort of access road to a campground, but yeah, there's a public bathroom out here. So part of my serene, beautiful, wonderful nature hike includes the paved road and a public bathroom. But check this out. Look at the view over here. You can see it through the trees. You got some snow in the mountains over there. Very little. Which is really surprising to me, actually, because it's been such a hell of a winter. You got beautiful trees down there. And we are, in just a moment, headed back into nature. But until then, let's enjoy the beauty. That is probably a public chemical toilet. Well, I heard howling and whooping in the forest, and I was hoping for either Bigfoot. It's about time he got his lazy ass on one of these videos. Or, you know, I thought coyotes maybe. More realistically, coyotes. No, it was people. It was children. Oh, the only thing worse than humans is small humans. They're loud, they're obnoxious. Actually, I guess adults are too, and they're worse because they should know better, but solitude ruined, misery index rising, but they're gone. I don't hear anybody else at the moment. And here I am. Look at this. You get really, 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 really tall trees. Sunny, a little bit cloudy, warm. I can do this. Don't let the awfulness that is the momentary experience with humans to cloud the experience. Let's keep going. Hopefully we'll be at the river soon, and all of our cares will wash away because we'll be alone. Please, please, I want to be alone. No more humans. No more humans. Well, I'm assuming that used to be a bridge over the creek here. I don't know, let's go under and figure out what we're doing here. See if I can do this without hurting myself. Oh boy. Oh. Ah. Oh boy, I feel like a turtle with a shell. Ah. Ah. All right. Well, that was fun. I've compared myself to a turtle before, but wow, that shell is bad. Look at that. That is cool. And now we're at the beautiful creek, which is deep enough that I will probably go up to my ankle at least if I step in it. And that means I'm gonna have wet boots, and it's gonna go squish, squish, like every other hike I've had this spring. Yeah, folks, spring hiking and in the Sierras or anywhere here in California is such a joy. I don't think I've had dry boots for like 4 or 5 months straight. I'm gonna try to cross some of these logs, but that looks like a hip injury just waiting to happen. And remember, I'm old, so I'll probably end up in the water. Yeah, I put one foot on the log and it started to roll. I said, no, I'm an old man. I like my spine. I feel like I'm jumping Olympic hurdles out here. It's so early in the hiking season here in the Sierra that the trails haven't been well groomed yet. They're still full of debris, down trees. And yeah, I am not a gymnast. For me, being the slow tortoise that I am, you know, I have to bend and I have to kneel. And I'm old, folks. I'm almost 44 years old. When I bend or kneel, things go snap, crackle, pop. Yeah, but that's okay. It's an extra workout out here. But yeah, as you can see, that's like number 10 of the trees that I've had to jump over or crawl over. And I don't mind, you know, just walking over them, but it's when it becomes complex and you actually have to figure out how to get over them. That's when it gets complicated because, again, I'm old and my spine only bends so far. And then you get to hear me, you know, complain about middle-aged stuff. No wonder I don't have a younger demographic. Holy crap, I'm falling apart. You know, I'm overweight, of course. That's, yeah, obvious. And then, you know, I'm old and I have arthritis and then blah, blah, blah. And plus I hate people and my personality is weird. So, you know, life doesn't favor me, but that's okay. Life and nature have not killed me today, and I am still out here, and it's getting prettier and prettier. Well, you know, all hope is lost when the stay on trail sign isn't itself staying on the trail. That thing looks like it's about to fall over. But I'm almost to the river, so there is that. But yeah, folks, stay on the trail. So here's the analysis on the end of this hike here. Well, the turnaround point of this hike. Remember my theory that when you get to the cool thing, whatever it is, it's a peak or a waterfall or what have you, that people will just pop up out of nowhere. And it's inevitable, they always do. Well, this hike kind of cheats because I just passed through a parking lot. There's a road that comes right down here. So it's like it delivers us people that weren't even, they didn't even have to do the hike. They just cruise down here in their trucks or their, you know, their motorbikes or, you know, whatever people drive. And then they pop up and they ruin the end of the hike for me. So I feel like the park is cheating. I mean, I know people are gonna ruin my hike. That's the way that it always goes. The presence of people automatically equals ruined hike. But geez, make it hard on them. Don't give them like a driveway. I've done the hard work. If you're gonna do the hard work, I mean, if you're gonna ruin it, you do the hard work too. But no, people just get to pop up and let's go. Well, unfortunately, that is about as close as I can safely get us to the river. There's people blocking the only access that's really nice. So now you get me creepily in the bushes staring at the river from afar. Trying to capture it here. But yeah, that's it. Stanislaus River. And I will say, and it's a river, so it's a river. It's nothing too impressive. It's just water flowing. But we are at the end. Well, no, we are at the turnaround point. Excuse me. So I am about to take off. I'm about to go back up, and it's going to be uphill, pretty much, you know, 3/4 of the way. So there's going to be huffing. There's going to be puffing, and inevitably there will be complaining, because why not? But yeah, we're out here. This is a much different part of Big Trees than I'll show you later in the video. What we're going to show you later is what I'm going to show you later, because there's only one of me and the personalities in my head. I'm going to show you later the grove of sequoia trees, and it's in the tourist area. So you'll see sequoia trees, you'll see people, and you'll see me wanting to get away from the sequoia trees and the people, because people. But for now, we're about 4 miles out. There's lovely trees here as well on a beautiful day. And that's about as close as I'm going to get to the end, because people. Let's go. All right, so we're back here, and I'm not even going to try to cross whatever little bridge people have built here. I'm just going to go for it, folks. This goes up to my knee or so, and I'm tall, so let's wade. Ooh, squishy shoes, squishy shoes. Here we go. Yeah, there's things in the water. I actually have to be careful here because it is kind of a steep drop. Oh. That is cold. That is really cold. I gotta get out before it leaks too much into my shoes. Okay. Oh, but isn't that beautiful? Beautiful creek. Oh, it's my favorite. I have made it back to the bathrooms. It's always nice to know what the bathrooms are. We are out here. Oh, wait. What is this? Okay. This is a steep rock, the River Canyon Trail. That is the trail that we are literally on that we are just about done with. Trail leading from this overlook to the river below is a rugged hike. Trail exceeds 4 miles and drops 12,000 feet. And as it meanders through beautiful oak woodlands and mixed not carnivorous. I can't pronounce it, folks. You hit that word's right there. Bring you to the Stanislaus River, where there's nothing but people standing in front of it and you can't see a damn thing. That then requires you to hike back up the way you came down. This can be a strenuous workout for some. It's a workout. It's as strenuous as any of my workouts, but I wouldn't call this a hard hike, even though that's how All Trails has classified it. But All Trails is full of crap. We already know that. But let's keep going. Let's see. There's no cell phone reception on the trail. Yeah, that's true. Trails on a south-facing slope and can be very hot in summer afternoons. Probably. Hiking back along the road is not a shortcut. This route is 6 miles and not recommended. So, in other words, beautiful hike if you were prepared. North Fork of the Stanislaus River. You might see a bear in a tree. There's a squirrel staring at you. And yeah, not a bad hike so far. It's been very nice. It's been very quiet. I saw one hiker on my way back so far, and I'm still about a mile from where I parked. But from here, you go uphill a little bit on the road, and then it's downhill for the rest of it. So yeah, check out this view. Not of the bathroom, weirdo. Over here. This is the Sierras. Again, we're not that high up in the Sierras. We're sort of at where they begin, honestly. We're off of Highway 4, which for those of you who know this, and for those of you who don't, Highway 4 is actually a national scenic highway. It goes all the way up over something called Ebbets Pass, goes past the Pacific Crest Trail, which is way up there, winds down, and eventually you can connect to other highways up there and get over to Lake Tahoe and all that stuff. But that's closed because that is packed with snow. So I'm on Highway 4, but part of Highway 4 past here is shut down for the season. So don't see much snow out there, although I see a little bit. See some very cool clouds, see some trees. This is a beautiful hike, beautiful area, beautiful state park. And we're all beautiful, folks. So let's go ahead and get going. All right, so I'm gonna do this very early in the video, very different than what we usually do, just because, so I'm on the last mile of this particular trail, the trail that takes us down to the river. I am about to make All Trails all upset and hit a different trail and go through the North Grove, which is where all the tourists are going to be. We know that trail is going to be a 2 because there's going to be people everywhere. You know, let's just forego rating that because it's going to be a disastrous mess. It is not Disneyland on the 4th of July, but it's big trees in New State Park on a May afternoon on a Sunday, and that's bad enough. So this particular trail, though, the one that leads us down to the river, has been very nice, very quiet. I'm gonna give it about an 8 because there were a few people. Now, again, this is on a scale of 1 to 10. 1 being the nightmare that is Disneyland on the 4th of July. Introvert's nightmare, people everywhere. 10 being a introvert's dream, out in a field in the middle of Antarctica. You know, a warm field on a sunny day in the summer. But absolutely nobody around, absolute perfection. The way that life should be. So this gets about an 8. Nothing's ever gonna get a field in Antarctica rating unless I'm actually in a field in Antarctica, and don't put it past me, I may do that someday. But this has been a very nice trail. It's been very quiet, very serene. It was only ruined at the end because they put a parking lot right at the river so any idiot could go and, you know, disturb me. But Other than that, oh, I see a person coming, kind of, sort of, maybe, I don't know. But yeah, other than that, it's been a great trail. Misery index has been around on a scale of 1 to 5. Not miserable 1, 5 being horribly miserable. I'm always above a 1 because a 1 is a, you know, it's a cloud, it's a dream, it can't happen. I'm always miserable to some degree. So on that scale, I'm about a 2, but once I get down to the North Grove, I'll be probably about a 17, 18, 19, 50, I don't know, because there's gonna be people everywhere. But until then, it's been nice, it's been great. It's been a little strenuous, but not horrible. It's hard, but it's not, you know, it's not gonna kill you. So that's our rating, and I see a person coming, so I'm gonna end this here. But yeah, let's go. Okay, despite the sign being a little sad, and despite this not being part of the all trails trip today, and it's gonna scream at me because whenever you go off trail, you get alerts saying, "You're off trail, are you sure you're on trail? You're off trail, blah, 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 blah." It's like nags the heck out of me. But I have done this particular part of the trail before. I know where we're going. This is the Grove Overlook Trail, as you can read. And it's exactly what it says. It overlooks the North Grove here. And these are nice ancient sequoia trees. Unfortunately, there's also going to be people. So, get ready for complaining and get ready for beautiful trees. So we're looking down the hill here in the North Grove. I'm seeing blossoms all over the place. I'm not exactly sure what type of blossoms they are, but these trees. At the moment, I can't recall anything. I'm very, very tired because I just hiked about 8 miles. But yeah, so I'm seeing tree blossoms everywhere. And I'm seeing, of course, look at that big giant tree right in front of us. These, of course, are old sequoias. They are here in Calaveras County. Of course, there's also a Sequoia National Park, but that's down more south than here. But yeah, I'm hearing tons of people down there. We are going to get down there. This trail it wraps around and then it goes into the main grove down there. So take a second, a people-free second, and look at the giant tree. Might be the only people-free second we get here on out. Let's go. All right, finally, we are starting to get into the cool part of the grove here. Look at those massive trees. We're still in the area where doesn't seem to be anybody over this part, actually. I've hiked this before, and usually there's somebody, but no, I'm not even hearing the tourists at the moment, so maybe we'll get lucky. It's a Sunday afternoon, late in the afternoon. Maybe everybody went home. Please. People gods in the sky, please let all the people go home. Please. I'm hoping. But anyway, so yeah, this is really cool. Let me check that out. That's awesome. Right there. Old growth sequoia trees. And there's more coming. As is predictable, people everywhere, children screaming, but not as bad as I've seen it before. So I guess late Sunday afternoon, even though it's sunny in spring, I want 0 people here, but unless I come at like 6:30 in the morning, I doubt I'm gonna get that. So, but check this out. We're in the woods. We're on a nice, very visible path at the moment. There's trees everywhere. It's luscious, it's green, and at this very second I am alone. I don't anticipate that. I'm actually cutting it a little short. I'm gonna go back to what's called the big stump, which is literally a big stump. They're not very creative in their naming things. But there's a whole other part of the grove that goes back towards the visitor center. I'm gonna cut it a little short today because I'm tired. It's been a long day, folks. Super, super long day. And I'm at almost 9 miles and my back is starting to hurt. So let's look at the beautiful trees, beautiful trees, beautiful trees, beautiful trees. And we'll keep going. Well, we made it back to where we started. And of course, I'm shooting into the sun. Why wouldn't I be shooting into the sun? It seems to be my MO these days. So we are basically back. The parking lot's right down the trail. And I'm actually walking in the other direction because there's people that way. I don't like people. Well, let's do a quick recap. If I can form English sentences. So, we're at Calaveras Big Trees. We did the hike down to the Stanislaus River. Unfortunately, the park pranked me by putting a parking lot and car access right by the river. So we got to see people sitting in front of the river. A little bit of the actual river itself, not a whole lot. Got to see some flowers, got to see some tree blossoms, got to see some creeks, got to walk in a creek, got to go uphill. And then when we got back, we did the Overlook Trail and went through the North Grove and saw some beautiful ancient Sequoia trees. All in all, not bad for a Sunday. Unfortunately, there's people here. Of course, this is a public park, blah, 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 but the fact that there's people here, and that's gonna be my final word on the people situation for today. But as usual, folks, you know what's coming. Stay introverted. And I'll see you on the next adventure.